and then I could like remove it and then just like draw normally with like a pen. Again, I'm going for like a super rough sort of look. It's not anything like neat or professional. It's just like completely raw, you know. I'm not even going to be using a pencil. I'm going to be using a ballpoint pen. And I've found personally that when I draw with a pencil, the ability to erase my mistakes makes the end art somehow worse. Whereas when I'm in the flow, like when I'm drawing with like a ballpoint pen and I know that there's no going back, just have to let go of that fear of making mistakes, right? And then I end up in that sort of flow. I end up in the zone and I'm just drawing and everything's just perfect and I just keep going, and if there's a mistake I fix it. You can fix a mistake. You have to stop thinking of drawing. I'm in no position to give you any advice, but personally I had to stop thinking of drawing as lines. For example, if I wanted to draw this, my face right here, I wouldn't draw like this is how I used to draw. I would draw like the outline of my eye, okay, that's the iris, and then okay, this is the nose, and what you have to think about is values, light and dark. So instead of like drawing the contours of everything, I would just see, okay, if I blur my eyes, like the area where my eye is sort of indented is a bit darker, so I'd shade a little darker there. This side is slightly darker than this side, so I'd shade all of this part dark, 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 dark. This entire batch would be dark. This entire area would be dark. Left side of the eye would be dark. And if you just observe those difference in values and sort of build those up, you end up with like a really convincing image, even though you didn't like draw anything. Like I never drew an eye. I just observed the values and just put them on paper, and it just gave the illusion of an eye. So that's what I'm going to be doing here. I can show you a few examples of like this sort of technique that I've used with just like drawing with the ballpoint pen. And of course there's mistakes and whatnot, but fuck that, man. That's art. That is art. When you make a bunch of mistakes, it's human, it's natural, it's raw. You just have to keep going, and you end up with something like this. It's somewhere on the screen. But yeah, that's the plan. Okay, bye bye.